Imagine scrolling through your feed and seeing a larger-than-life figure, someone with millions of followers, hype a shiny new token. This is going to the moon. They say, I'm holding forever. We're burning millions. You FOMO in. Maybe you put in rent money or savings because the hype feels real. Hours or days later, the chart is in free fall. Liquidity dries up. Your investment is worth pennies. Meanwhile, certain wallets that bought right before the posts are quietly selling into the strength. This isn't a hypothetical, it's a documented pattern that's played out across multiple tokens. It's played out across multiple tokens tied to one of the internet's most polarizing influencers. And the scary part? The tools to see it were always there, on-chain, in public. Most people just didn't look. Memecoins are the wild west of crypto. High-risk, high-reward speculation where community, narrative, and virality matter more than fundamentals. They can create life-changing gains or wipe out portfolios in hours. Celebrities and influencers have always been part of this game. Their massive audiences can move markets with a single post or live stream. In traditional finance, we've seen this with celebrity stock endorsements. In crypto, it's amplified by 24/7 global markets, pseudonymous wallets, and the ability to see or hide flows on-chain. The post we're breaking down today highlights a recurring pattern. Pre-promotion accumulation by connected wallets, heavy hype from a high-profile figure who positions themselves as a long-term holder, massive retail inflows, and then sharp dumps that leave most buyers holding heavy bags. We're focusing on public data, on-chain analysis from tools like bubble maps, wallet tracking, and price liquidity records. This isn't about one person, it's about influence and speculation in an unregulated space. Let's start with one of the most cited examples, $DADDY. According to on-chain analysis, a significant portion of the supply, around 40%, was transferred to a public wallet associated with Tate. He publicly stated he wouldn't sell and even framed future actions around burning tokens once certain valuation milestones were hit. There were claims of massive burns worth over $100 million. Here's the reality check from the data. At the time of some of those claims, the token's actual liquidity was reportedly much lower, in the low millions. Burning value in a low liquidity environment has limited impact. More concerning were the buying patterns before major promotions. Reports highlighted clusters of wallets, including around 11 wallets funded through Binance that bought large positions at nearly identical times. This kind of synchronized activity often flags coordinated control or front-running in on-chain investigations. Additional clusters accumulated meaningful supply, around 10% or more, ahead of the hype. The token's deployer or related wallets reportedly extracted hundreds of thousands through sales. Price action showed classic pump-and-dump characteristics, explosive upside, followed by declines exceeding 90%. This isn't isolated speculation. It's a pattern visible in transaction history. When a high-profile figure enters the chat, smart money can position ahead, retail floods in on the narrative, and exits happen into the strength. This isn't limited to one token. Similar dynamics appeared with other promotions linked to the same influencer. RNTGER, ROOST, Tristan, TOPG, Sluts, and Tate. Many of these saw rapid pumps followed by collapses of 90% or more from their highs. In $GER, for example, a connected wallet cluster reportedly controlled around 30% of supply before a major drop. Others followed the same trajectory of hype, retail inflow, and sharp reversal. SLUTS launched with minimal project details or transparent team information around the time of viral posts. During live streams, the influencer demonstrated the power of a mention or even a mocking comment to drive speculative buying. Tokens tied to these moments saw millions poured in within hours. Recently, in July 2026, there was an on-chain sale of a large allocation of Tate tokens for a relatively modest amount after prior positioning as a committed holder. This directly contradicts earlier, never selling, messaging. Let's break down the mechanics. 1. Pre-positioning. Wallets accumulate supply quietly before public promotion. On-chain tools make this detectable after the fact. 2. Narrative injection. High follower accounts post or meme about the token. The story is often emotionally charged, alpha, anti-establishment, or personal branding tie-ins. This drives FOMO. 3. Retail inflow. New buyers pile in, often without checking contract details, liquidity pools, or holder distribution. In Memecoins, this is common. It's gambling dressed as investing. 4. Exit and reversal. Coordinated holders sell into the volume. Liquidity thins. Price collapses. Hold forever narratives lose credibility when contradicted by on-chain sales. The psychology is powerful. People want to believe the person with the big audience has genuine conviction. When that person says they're burning millions, it creates false security. But in a permissionless space, actions on-chain speak louder than words on social media. Livestreams turn it into entertainment for some and extraction for others. Buyers at the top are paying for the lesson. Behind every chart is real money from real people. Losses of 90% plus aren't abstract. They're life-changing for many. This pattern highlights a core tension in Web3. Permissionless creation is revolutionary, but it also enables rapid hype cycles where information asymmetry and influence can be weaponized. Influencer-driven extraction isn't new, but crypto's transparency tools make the flows traceable if you know where to look. It's not just Memecoins. This dynamic extends further into the ecosystem. High-profile voices move narratives. When alignment between promoter incentives and holder outcomes is weak, the result is asymmetric. Early insiders capture value, while later participants absorb volatility and losses. The right argument isn't blanket condemnation. It's this: transparency is a feature, incentives matter, and we need education over regulation for now. High-risk assets deserve high scrutiny. As the space matures, repeated extraction patterns damage reputation and slow genuine adoption. Projects that prioritize transparency, fair launches, and aligned incentives will stand out. This isn't about one individual. It's a systemic pattern in hype-driven segments. Ignoring it because it's just memes misses how these dynamics shape perceptions of the entire industry. Here's your checklist. 1. DYOR on-chain first. Check holder distribution, dev wallets, and buy/sell timing relative to promotions. Clusters buying before hype are red flags. 2. Treat celebrity tokens as high-risk bets, not investments. Size positions accordingly. Money you can afford to lose entirely. 3. Ignore never sell claims without verification. 4. Watch liquidity and market structure. Thin liquidity plus hype equals violent moves. 5. Diversify narratives. Don't put everything behind one voice or one coin. Longer-term view. Real utility. Teams with skin in the game and transparent operations tend to outlast pure hype cycles. The market eventually prices in repeated bad behavior. The sustainable path forward isn't more extraction. It's better information, aligned incentives, and realistic expectations. What's your take? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this deep dive into on-chain patterns and influencer dynamics resonated, hit subscribe. This is Signal and Noise. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and always verify the flows. See you next time.